Okay, so here we are back in Penzberg. So, we're going to head up to the Executioner's Inn and see what this gets us. So we'll see if we have a city event. And we do. So we take our city cards and we draw from the bottom. And we have Bargain. While elbowing through a crowded street, you spot a booth of a travelling merchant. Bargain! Ingredients of all kinds! The merchant offers various herbs, liquids in jars, and dried body fragments of strange animals laid on a table. Welcome! I can recognise real connoisseurs, travellers and collectors when I see ones. What strikes your fancy? Something for an aching tooth? A poison to kill a mist fiend? Or maybe a Nasa cornicea, bringing luck to those who wear it on their necks? Okay, so we can buy some stuff. You buy ingredients because it seems to be a real bargain. If you want, you may buy 1 or 2 chosen resources from the following list. Monster venom, monster fat, and monster eggs. It says we may buy 1 or 2 chosen resources from the following list. I'll tell you what, we'll buy a monster egg and a monster venom. And then we flip the card and resolve option A. You pack your purchases in bags and look for a place to sell them with a huge profit, or maybe you'll concoct new potions out of them. Unfortunately, when you show the goods to a potential buyer, it turns out that it's mostly cheap fakes. Is this a jest? You call this lard? Bletaria's fat? How about a mix of wolf spit and sulphur? You say it's androctonus venom. Someone cheated you. At least the egg looks genuine. If you bought the egg before, you may add it to your inventory. Or sell it immediately for 3 ducats. All of the resources. Oh, what a con man. So we don't get those. But we'll keep the monster egg. We won't sell it. So it's cost us 4 ducats for that egg. I should have known he was a con man. Oh well. Right, well we got a monster egg out of it. It cost us a bit of money, but never mind. Okay, so now we resolve S77. Well done. I see you have potential I cannot waste. Time for the final strike. We shall take over the laboratory and show my rival the road to hell. If you have the marker Sabine's friends, 44.24, if you do not have this mark. So we are friends with Sabine. So that was Sabine's warehouse we just torched, I guess. We've still got some quests for her. So the guys we've been fighting on Peter's behalf all this time have been Sabine's gang. Which means, based on what we learned down in, where was it, Aschenwald, from that guy we took the box to, Sabine's basically running a drug operation, and Peter's wanting to move in on it. Well, let's read 44.24. Who knows, maybe I'll let you manage my new business. I constantly need new people. Do you really have to leave Penzberg? It's a nice town, and with time, you will get used to its flaws. But the most important thing now is to get rid of that Sabine. She's a real pain in the ass for such hard-working men like myself. Each hero gains 5 ducats. So I think these are the 5s if I remember. So that's a nice chunk of money for a reward. And then we have an option. So we can say, we know Sabine, she has given us some work in the past. We can arrange a meeting and mediate. Maybe we could work out some solution without drowning the whole district in blood. After you choose this option, you will still be able to switch sides. Okay. B. No need to dawdle. Let's get to work. So we can still switch sides. So we can still switch sides with that. Or C. We won't spill more blood. This is all getting too serious. We also have obligations to the Duke. If you ever need us for another task, we'll gladly help. I think we're going to go with A. Maybe mediating between them. Maybe we can just get an opportunity to kill them all and take all their money. So place S70 face up on location 1. But I'm not going to visit there just yet, because Sabine had some more work for us. I think it was this card down here, where she wanted us to hunt something. So we're going to actually finish Sabine's quest first, because, well, we might mediate things, but it might kick off. So I don't plan on going any further with this quest line just yet. and we want to craft that Aurelic beret. Oh, so we'll need some wool, actually, because we haven't got any. So we need 1 wool to be able to craft that. So we want to craft the that beret we were looking at. So we need some yarn for that. So we're going to move down to the Long Market, see if we get another city event. And we don't. So yarn is 1 ducat. We only need 1 piece of yarn, so we're going to spend 1 ducat. We'll get 1 yarn, and then we'll go to our crafting wagon. So we are on day 28, and to craft that beret, we're going to need 2 in this, what is that, technical? I don't know. 1 in potions and 2 in the little cog one, whatever that is. So we're going to have to upgrade this one for 5 ducats, which is okay. We just got a lot of money from Peter. So that goes up to level 2. And then we'll have to spend 2 more ducats to upgrade our potion making to level 1. So we can now spend our 2 monster venom, a yarn, and our monster egg to make the Aurelic beret. And that gets us this, which it's way better than I thought it would have been. It's +2 defense for melee and ranged, and +1 against magic. And we're going to give this to Wilhelm, because he's the one who is usually getting in the fights. And that's so good. I think we're going to try and get the stuff to make one for Friedrich as well. So Wilhelm will get that. And that's that spent. We're back in Penzberg. There's nothing particularly we want to buy. We're actually going to head out of Penzberg now. Right, so here we are on the world map, and we're still on day 28. So we're not going to head here for this main quest just yet. We can actually go down here and do this quest for Sabine, and then we can work our way up. And hopefully we can get a few of these tasks cleared off. So we're going to move to here. So this is a level 3 road event at Fussen Abbey. So let's see if we get one. And we do. So we take our level 3 road cards and we draw from the bottom. So this time we've got hut. You stop on the top of yet another low hill, typical for this area. It's past noon, and you conclude that you deserve some rest. Thin reeds of mist are swirling a little below, but further away in thick clouds you spot an old, dilapidated hut. It looks abandoned. The hut might be empty, but its owners could leave something valuable inside. It's worth checking. Flip this card, option A. Such huts always look abandoned. Better not to tempt fate and stay away. Yeah, let's have a look at what's in the hut. Flip this card for option A. After a short rest, you go down the hill, trying not to make too much noise. You approach a ruined building. It's still a stone's throw away. Then you listen. All is silent and calm. One of you pushes it hard, and it opens inch by inch. It's dim inside, and thin fog is floating above the floor. You see corpses of some strangers sitting by the wall. They're partially eaten by some creature. Red eyes are glowing over them. Something is moving at the opposite end of the room. Whatever it is, it's sobbing. Resolve quest 12. Oh, okay. Well, that's the first road event that's given us a quest to do. So I'm going to set up quest 12. Oh, and of course we are now on day 29 because we've moved to here. Quest goal. Your quest goal is to move at least half of the heroes and the girl through the marked edge space by the end of round 8. Special rules. At the beginning of round 3 and round 6, another hound starts with 6 damage for 2 heroes, appears in the indicated place. The girl performs no actions. If there is no hero in her space, if she is in a space with a hero not engaged with an enemy, a given hero may move with her, but cannot move faster than 2 spaces per action, irrespective of used cards and morale. The hero with the girl cannot perform a parting leap with a penalty attack, but they can perform a parting leap without a penalty attack. Hounds never target the girl with their attacks. Okay, so here is the setup for quest 12, and we are facing a hound. It's one of these vicious looking creatures. And I believe, didn't we save a couple of these from the Master of Hounds, like his menagerie earlier? It'd be nice if that came up and these were actually our friends, but I fear that is not the case. So I'm using this miniature to represent the girl, and we just have to get one hero to escort her off the board through here. So we've picked our 5 starting cards for each character. So now all we need to do is shuffle our decks. Oh, and the hound starts with 6 wounds on him. So he's got 12 health, he's got 2 perception, and he has 3 defense against melee and ranged, and 4 against magic. And then he has a special ability, Drain Life. At the end of its action, the hound deals 1 damage to a randomly chosen hero at the range of 0 to 3 and recovers 1 health. Okay, so I think the simple solution here is going to be have Wilhelm lock it up in combat, and Friedrich will try and get this girl out of here. So it's round 1, and the hound goes first. So it's at range 1+, so it moves 2 and attack. Can't move to attack, so it's going to move 3. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, and start coming for us straight away. But thankfully it can't attack us. Okay, then we're going to do Friedrich first, because Wilhelm could do with a little bit of healing. So what we'll do is we'll heal 2 from Wilhelm, putting him up to 5 health. And then we will use Versatility to heal 3 from Wilhelm, which puts him back up to 8 health, so he's at full health now. Then we can move 2 and do an interact, but we don't need to do the interact. So he's just going to go 1, 2, and get to there. And then Wilhelm, he's going to use this jump attack, do a move or parting leap 2. So he gets straight into the space with the hound. And now we're going to do everything we can to damage it. So we're going to use Blade Dance and Protecting the Group as a reaction. So it's an attack 3, and we get +2 dice because Friedrich is in our space. So it's a 5 dice attack. Oh, I've just realised that humanoid grease was used up after the last game. So we don't have that anymore, not that it'd do us any good against this thing. Okay, so 5 dice attack. And it's an attack 3, but it's an attack 4. So that one misses. But we get a 1. Okay, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus our strength is 6. He has a defense of 3. And we've got Pierce 1. So we're going to do 4 damage to it, putting it on 10 damage. And then that's the end of the turn. So we draw 3 cards for Wilhelm. And 2 for Friedrich. Now the hound deals 1 damage at the end of its action. So we'll say Friedrich took that damage. So it should have dealt 1 point of damage when it got to here at the end of its action, within range 3. So it actually would have been able to get us, but it wouldn't have been able to recover any health because we hadn't damaged it at the time. So I'll have to remember that. I thought that was at the end of the turn. It's at the end of its action. So we go on to round 2. And again, the hound will activate first. So this time it's at range 0. So it's attack 2 and it pushes. It's parting leap 1. Okay, so it will attack whoever has the lowest armour, which is going to be Friedrich. So it rolls 2 dice. And it's an attack 2. So it hits with 1. And it has 3 strength, so that's 4 damage. So Friedrich blocks 2 points of damage, and he's dropped to 4 health. And then it does a parting leap of 1. Oh, it also pushes Friedrich, so I'm going to assume it would push him away. Although I do get to pick, but thematically it feels like it should push him away. And then it will parting leap 1 to there. It will deal 1 damage to a random hero. So 1, 2 or 3 is Wilhelm, 4, 5 or 6 is Friedrich. So Friedrich takes 1 more damage and it heals 1. I think we're going to go with Wilhelm. So Wilhelm is going to use Assault. She gets to move or parting leap 1 and then make an attack. So we'll move to there. And we're going to enhance it with Precise Blow, so we can re-roll 1 die during the attack. So it's an attack 1, but he's got his long sword, so we need 2s to hit. And we get 2 2s, and we can re-roll 1 die. Which is a 1. So unfortunately that misses though. So it's 3 plus his strength of 4, and then it's Pierce 1, so it blocks 2 points of damage, which puts it onto 11 health, so it's got 1 health left. Sneaky. It drained that bit of life. So we're going to have to do another attack on him. Okay, this time we're going to use Draw Attention to do an attack 2, and then move or parting leap 1. And this time we need 3s to hit. And we get a 3, 5 and a 1. That's not a 5. 2 plus his strength is 3. It blocks 2 points of damage, so it's just enough to do 1 point of damage and kill this hound. And then he parting leaps 1 to there. And then Friedrich, he kind of needs to heal up. He took a bit of a pasting there, so he's just going to use these 2 cards to go heal 2 and heal 1, and heal himself back up to 6 health. And then it's the end of the turn, so we will draw 2 cards for Friedrich and 3 for Wilhelm. And then on round 3, another hound spawns at space 1, and that also starts with 6 damage on it. So we're on to round 3, and then the hound will go first. So it's at range 1, it's going to move 2, attack 3, and then move 1 away. Interesting. Okay, so it moves 2. 1, 2. It's going to attack with an attack of 3. So it rolls 2 dice and adds 3 to the result. And they both miss. And now that he's got that Aurelic Beret, he has a defense of 5. So it does nothing to him. So he just laughs that off. But then it does deal 1 damage to a random hero within 3 spaces. So they are both within 3 spaces. So 1 to 3 is Wilhelm, 4 to 6 is Friedrich. So Friedrich takes a damage, and it can't recover health because it's already at full health, because these don't count as wounds. We'll start with Wilhelm. We're going to start with a powerful strike, and we are going to use the Divided Attention to add Mighty to this attack. So we roll our 3 dice, and it's an attack 5, so all of those hits plus the 1, so it's 4 damage. Pierce 1, it blocks 2 points of damage, so it takes 2, but it also gets a Mighty token, so its armour won't be as strong now. And then we're going to use Heavy Swing, which means we add 1 die for each wound we've put on it, so we're going to add 2 dice to this attack. So we've got a 5 dice attack. So we miss with 1. So plus our strength bonus, that's a total of 5. It's got 2 defense, but we've got Pierce 1, so it blocks 1, so we do 4 damage to it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Which actually brings it up to 12 damage. So Wilhelm, being the powerhouse that he is, wipes out that hound. And then we have Friedrich. Right, so he's going to use this jump straight away to move our parting leap 2. So he goes 1, 2. He's going to stay there. And he's going to use Rubble to use the reaction at the end of his movement. So he heals 1 to himself, putting him back up to 6 health. Okay, and that's the end of that turn. So we go on to round 4. Draw 2 cards for Friedrich. And 3 cards for Wilhelm. Okay, so there's no enemies on the board, so Wilhelm is going to go first. And he's going to use advance to move 1 with the girl and gain an offence token. Then he's going to discard precise blow to allow himself to move 1 more. So I should have left Friedrich down here, really. That would have been the smarter thing to do. Oh well, never mind. And then Friedrich is going to discard left swing to move 1 space to here. And then he's going to discard disabling infusion to move with the girl 1 space to here. And then we move on to round 5. And we draw 2 cards for Friedrich and 2 cards for Wilhelm. So it's quite an easy finish here actually, because okay, cool, we can use Run for the Wounded to heal 1 to Friedrich, putting him back on maximum health, and he then gets to do a move or parting leap. So they move to there, and then we can just discard Greek Fire to move them off the board. And then Wilhelm will just discard any 2 cards, doesn't really matter, these 2, to move 1, 2. And I suppose, technically we should go on to the next round. So another hound appears, but it doesn't even matter about drawing cards or anything. So it's going to move 2 spaces, 1, 2. And then it is within 3 spaces of Wilhelm. So it will actually deal 1 damage to Wilhelm. So Wilhelm goes down to 7 health. Then we're just going to discard any old card to move off the board. And that's that quest done. So, victory. You retreat from the hut, scrambling to bar the door. Fortunately, the hounds are not interested in pursuit, and the ugly gnawing noises from inside suggest that they've returned to their meal. You lift the weeping young girl up into the wagon. Don't fret, little one. All will be well. Here, something to chew on. You pass her some dried meat from a coat pocket. She stares back at you wordlessly. You hope you can find some place to leave her in the next town. An orphanage, with any luck. Each hero gains 2 experience and 1 morale. So that puts us both back up to 1 morale. And it puts Wilhelm up to 9 experience and Friedrich up to 17. So that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. And as usual, like, subscribe, share, all the YouTube stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.